I'm Angie Austin with Oil and Gas 360, and we're here at Intercom's 2019 Oil and Gas Conference in Denver, Colorado. And we are joined by Chad Hathaway. He is CEO with Hathaway, LLC. Welcome, Chad.
Hi.
All right, so let's just start off with kind of your elevator pitch for the company. Tell us about Hathaway, LLC.
Sure. We're a privately held E&P based out of Bakersfield, California. We operate about 230 oil wells. I own 100% of the company. We employ about 27 people and have been in the San Joaquin Basin for almost 17 years.
Wow. All right. Let's talk a little bit about your background
Sure.
in oil and gas.
Yeah, so I come from a long line of oil and gas operators in California. My great-grandfather was a producer down in the LA Basin in 1909.
Wow.
Started in Los Angeles, and slowly we've operated throughout the United States. This business I started from scratch. Actually borrowed $5,000 from my mother and kind of bootstrapped its growth from there. We produce about 510 barrels of oil per day, predominantly shallow, heavy oil wells in the San Joaquin Basin, which is basically Bakersfield, California, is where we operate at.
So I'll bet you're enjoying the weather here, Bakersfield. I'm familiar with the area. It's fairly warm.
I come to Denver a lot. It's great place to be. I also own a service business, which is based in Denver, so I come here a lot. We do a lot of directional drilling throughout the Rocky Mountains, company that we own up here as well. So
cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's Chad, talk about the oil and gas industry. We all know it's going through some big changes due to investors requiring, immediate, quick returns.
Yeah.
So what are the things that differentiate Hathaway Partners from other companies to invest in?
Exactly. So that's great. So we operate conventional assets, not the typical treadmill effect that you see on the non-conventional shale plays. So a lot of our assets are very long life, very instantaneous yield, very predictable, relatively extended reserve lives, which is different than your typical shale play. So very high yielding, very good coupon clipping type assets. So our goal is to generate yield and do it throughout various price climates as well. We are here this time, first time at Intercom, trying to pitch a yield product where it's completely different from the market. We think people are sick and tired of the up and down effects of shale, and that a long life, conventional, instantaneous yield-bearing product is something that the industry really needs to be delivering. Investors are getting tired of this roller coaster that keeps going on. We offer an alternative to that.
Oh, that's interesting. All right, what do you think you're going to be hearing from oil and gas investors for the remainder of the year? What are they looking for from the industry? You mentioned there a little change in terms of what you're offering.
I'm hearing that a lot, de-risking. Investors are ready for return, ready to cut out the middleman, get directly to the asset level. That's what we're here to offer. We're here to offer from investor A to asset a minimal amount of red tape and added layers of cost, added layers of G&A. We want to get the investors close to the oil and gas asset as possible so they can participate in a lot of what we can do as an oil and gas investor. A lot of people ask us who we've done deals with in the past, how do I get in your shoes, Chad? How do we get on the oil side of the deal? And this is the best way we found to do it. We've done several deals like this just locally in Bakersfield, and we're really looking to grow that out, build a model out, and to try to cut out the middleman to get the investor directly to the asset to maximize his returns, because really that's what we should be doing. And
Makes sense.
It's been a really tumultuous several years of people getting burned, and it's really hurt our whole industry as a whole. We really are suffering on a global scale from the investment world because people have just continuously gone with this lack of return and lack of yield. We want to offer people yield, and we want to give them a piece of what we've got. We're going to give them the tax advantages that we have, and want to get that back to them so we can reestablish growth. And I think we can do that and grow that model out in California, where we have lots of experience and lots of history working in the regulatory climate that we work in. But we think it's a special place. It's definitely a beautiful place to live, a challenging place to operate. It has a lot of predictable assets that we're very familiar with and that we even operate ourselves. And we're not out there offering an acquisition story. We're taking our internal assets and saying, hey, we're going to convert these and wheel you in to an internal opportunity with organic growth, which I think is very rare and unique. We're not private equity backed. I own 100% of the company. Very simple structure. We work with the same auditing, the same reserve shops, other than Sewell and Associates, and all the major people that everybody else does in the public world.
Right.
We're just trying to offer that in a vehicle through our world. And so I hope that kind of sums it up a little bit.
Now, in terms of coming to the conference, what do you like about coming to Intercom? Are the connections good? The presentations? How's it been for you?
This is my first time. You know, I'm just to be honest, I'm an operator at heart. I've built my business from the ground up, and so the whole investment world is a scary place. You know, see all these people in suits and dressed up.
Right.
And they're all money guys, and they're like, you want to, really protect yourself. I want to kind of crawl in the corner a little bit, and you don't speak the lingo, as much. And I obviously work with a lot of good professionals and have people that I can work with to do that, but it's a great opportunity. And I think I've been out here before for side meetings, but never been involved. And I told myself this year, I'm going to go head first. And I called the main guy and said, Glenn, get me in. What do I need to do? And how do I do it? And he gave me the rundown, like, who are you and what do you want to do it? And it's been great so far.
You'll have to run by tomorrow, around this time and tell us what you think of the conference after you've had a little more time kind of soaking it in.
Sure. I love the fact that it's very well organized. When you have a scheduling aspect, open it up. It's in the way you're, in essence, trying to help us, or Intercom is helping, the business get it out on the platform, work the social media. It really ties things together, which, is, I think, relatively unique. I really like the way it's, I go to another conference in Houston every year that's nothing like this, nothing structured like this directly to the investor. And I've been really generally impressed with the ease of access and then the people that have inquired about one-on-ones. And so I've really enjoyed it. I mean, it's something that I could see value in instantaneously. I've only been here 3 hours, so hopefully by Wednesday when I leave, I feel 10 times as good.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see how it works for you. If you make some good connections, it'll be good to hear about that. All right, I'm Angie Austin for Oil and Gas 360, and thank you, Chad Hathaway, CEO with Hathaway, LLC.